Hey everybody, it's Jenny, Coop Dizzle, and we are fitting to go to round 6. We also are going to get an MRI today, I do believe. Going to get a progress report on my tumor. Can't wait to see how much it has shrunk. So, we are in the hotel room this Holiday Express, and guess who I have with me today? I'm so excited. It's my Boogaboogaz. He's going to go spend the day with his teacher from last year. Miss Macy, you excited?
Yes.
Are you excited to see Mommy's progress report on her booby? See how much it shrunk?
Yes.
Yes. And then afterwards, we're going to go say hello to Mimo real quick and show her a progress picture. Make her a little bit happy since she's bummed out in the hospital. She's doing good. She's doing good. They've kind of stopped the spasms. They're giving her muscle relaxers, and she could take it every 4 hours. And last night, it seemed like right before that 4-hour mark, she started having spasms again. So, I don't know. She's paralyzed on the left side of her body, like the whole side of her body. She can't talk. Right? I mean, she can talk, but she can't. It's kind of hard to understand her. But we're gonna focus. We're gonna focus on the good stuff today, aren't we, Bubba?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some lemonade.
Okay. So I just wanted to check in with you guys and tell you that today is gonna be a good day, and I'm gonna bring you along for the journey. All right. I'll see you in just a second. Got me. Even though she hurt me. Alright guys, we are starting the tax home. I had a little bit of pain with my port placement today, but hopefully it'll be better tomorrow. Or next time tomorrow. I'm hopped up on Benadryl.
She's coming back tomorrow.
Let's just do it all at once. Anyway, I just wanted to check in with you guys. I said I would be vlogging a little bit more.
Okay.
So
An hour and 10 minutes. Goodbye.
That's so funny. Anyway, I'm just checking in. Got an hour with the bag and then we'll be done in a little bit. Alright, check you later in just a second. Alright, we are done with week 6. I am pooped. That Benadryl, man. That Benadryl knocks me out. But I downloaded an app from iTunes, and it's like I guess a white noise machine. So I was able to just put my earplugs in and listen to a thunderstorm. I don't even know if I look like a hot mess. I just got off the phone with my mom, and you know, we're struggling with all of that too. For those of you who don't know, Wednesday my mom had a stroke. I am an only child, and my mom and I talk every day, almost every day, and since my cancer diagnosis, she's been with us almost every day because we have a spare bedroom. So she's been staying with us and helping me take care of the boys and helping me around the house and taking care of me, and you know, we would watch a movie every day, and she would watch YouTube videos with me. And Sunday she woke up with a headache, and of course, I mean, we were getting ready for that TV interview, trying to clean up the house a little bit, and she took some ibuprofen trying to get rid of the headache, and it never went away. She started feeling really tired, so she's gonna go lay down. she was laying down for maybe 10 minutes, if that, and she came out and she said, well, whatever it was is gone, and I feel fine now. And so, within a few minutes, she started stumbling around, and she was really lethargic, and she was mumbling and everything, and Chris got really worried and said, I think that she's having a stroke. We need to take her to the hospital. You know, you always hear when you have a stroke signs, any kind of sign, go to the emergency room, because they have this drug that they can give you that will stop the bleeding and, you know, minimize the side effects of a stroke. So we get to the hospital, we get to the ER in Big Lake, and they do a CT scan and blood work, and she's there for freaking ever. And by the time I got done with the interview and got up to the hospital, she had started having body spasms. The only thing I can describe it as is muscle spasms. Her legs, her arm would like shoot out to the side, and she would tense up like that, and her leg would curl in, and it was really, really, really scary when I walked into that room. My dad died from a brainstem stroke, and I watched him deteriorate organ by organ, and so I was just really scared, and I wanted to tell her just in case, because at that point we didn't know what was going on. All I knew is that there was something wrong with my mom, and so I just told her, you know, if you don't make it through whatever this is, I love you. I love you, and you are the best mom in the whole world. And I am very lucky to have you as a mom. Because I didn't get to tell my dad anything similar to that when he had a stroke. When he had a stroke, he was out. He was in coma from the very second. Because he had his in his brainstem. So after waiting and waiting and waiting, the doctor finally came in and said, it's just stress. It's just stress. And I was like, are you kidding me? This is stress. Are you looking at the same person that I'm looking at? And he was like, yeah, everything came back fine. She's fine. Just, I'm going to give her an antidepressant and take her home and get her to rest. So that's what we did. My dad came out and got her and took her home, and she slept a little bit, but by the next morning she wasn't any better. So Charles just took her to the ER here in San Angelo, and they did an MRI. From what I am told and what everyone keeps telling us, you cannot detect a stroke from a CT scan. It has to be an MRI. And my chemotherapy, well, my oncologist, I was telling him what was going on, and he was like, well, he goes, even with an MRI, it's not going to show if there's active bleeding, because the bleeding happens after the stroke. He's like, so if you have stroke-like symptoms, they should have just given her the shot, regardless of whether anything showed up on the MRI. So the doctor here in San Angelo told us that all of these symptoms that my mom is having, the paralysis on the left side of her body, she's still having spasms to this day, and it's Wednesday, and she's still having the spasms. They have to give her muscle relaxers, which kind of help, but I just got off the phone with her, and she said that her leg won't stop spasming. So they don't even know why she's doing that. And it's just really, really scary to think that, like, she's never gonna be independent. She lives for our children. She lives for my children and my cousin Kari's children. And just the idea that she's not ever gonna be able to keep those kids on the weekend is really hard. So,
sorry, honey, I didn't mean to interrupt.
So that's what we're going through. I just called her, you know, to tell her that my doctor said that it's obvious from physical exams that the chemotherapy is working, so there's no need in doing the MRI. I mean, I want the MRI because I want like compare these pictures to the first pictures, but that's just for me. But so anyway, MRIs are really expensive, so it's probably for the best that we don't get it done. But I think that's all for right now. I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit more in depth about what's going on with my mom, because she is a very huge part of my life, and she's been a huge part of this cancer journey. And so if you pray, please pray for her to get better. And if you are not religious, just send good vibes, because we really need it. We had a death in the family right before my cancer diagnosis, and then I got cancer a week after the family death, and then now this, and it's like, it's just a little too much for for us to handle. And I try and be really strong, and I try and be really brave, but it's just a little too much at the moment. So I definitely need some prayers and good vibes and a stiff drink, even though I can't drink. I won't take a drink. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up. Check your boobs, check your balls, and when life gets really overwhelming, just think to yourself, this too shall pass. Hopefully. Bye guys.